How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. And first, let me just say this: I'm actually very excited, super excited, so much to the point to where I jumped on immediately and made this commentary, and I have little actual thing to really even tell you, except the fact that what you are about to hear is actually the stuff that I learned and picked up while fighting Hazak Arc for the first time. So, with that being said, here we are, Arc Hazak. Now, if you ever fought Hazak before, you know, he was originally kind of tough, but then as you guys continue to fight him, you know, you gain a little bit more seasoning, so you can actually fight him literally without getting hit. If you do it solo, of course. It's a lot easier to do it solo if to not get hit while fighting solo. Now, granted, the same thing I'm about to tell you right now is what's going to go down. You can fight my man right here and actually not get hit, but the one thing that you're gonna have to really worry about is the secondhand smoke. Now, I've referred to it as secondhand smoke. You guys know what it is. It's the effluvia, or whatever the heck that's pronounced. It's a weird word. I call it secondhand smoke. He's the secondhand smoke dragon. That's just what I say. Regardless, the main purpose is this: you are absolutely want to go in here with miasma resistance, because if you get hit with that blight consistently, it's going to be a really bad time. But like I said, the secondhand smoke is the stuff that's actually really bothering you. I pretty much fought this entire fight getting hit maybe like 4 times, but the real kill, like I said, is the smoke. So consistently I'm in here using potions to actually alleviate the fact that I'm being damaged literally by the smoke. Now, with that being the main focus of the fight, I want you to understand that's literally the case. Him hitting you, not so much. If you can actually understand what his attacks are and how to counter them, they're really slow. You can actually roll in and out of the way. Even if you don't have a lance or anything with a shield, you can really just roll out of the way of his attacks. He telegraphs him like a stoplight, so it's very easy to see coming. So that madness out the way, I'm gonna say a couple of things that actually changed. They actually added a couple new properties to this, man, so that's why you won't see the entire video. My first fight took like 20 some odd minutes. I'm gonna go back at it again. I'm gonna see if I can shave it down to like 15 or so. But a couple of things the guy actually got hit with were things before in which I could actually guard no problem at all. First thing I'm gonna point out is his smoke. Like when he would stand himself up nice and tall and shoot smoke down at the ground, that is a 3-hitting attack now. It's no longer just a 1-hitting attack. If you block the first one and you let go of that block, you're gonna get slapped. It actually is it's a lift into a hard knockdown. So you'll get lifted into the air, fall on your face, and roll over on your back, and then stand up after that. So it's a 3-hitting attack, so you have to block 1, 2, and 3, or dodge 1, 2, and 3, or just get away from it altogether. The range on it is the exact same though, so if you actually get behind him, closer to his tail area, you should be good to go after that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is when he actually roars. We all know that when he roars, he actually can land on, like he can roar and then like drop his body on you, and that causes a hit. Well, not only does that now cause a hit, it actually has wind pressure outside of it. So if you don't have wind, any type of wind resistance with the ability to block, look out for that. I mean, it's really useful that way. It's like a get off me kind of attack. Not only is the roar able to lock you down, forcing you to actually either get away or stand still enough to where you can actually damage to you, the wind pressure or the hit itself would actually, you know, bother you more so than it was before. See, those things in this fight are the things I learned on my first fight. Now, there's probably a couple more properties that changed here, which is really cool, because for Arc Kieran, nothing. It was the same exact fight, you know, the same thing, and everyone's like, boo, that sucks. So, see them actually do it for this one. They might have done it last second, but even if they didn't, it's really cool. So again, like I said, it's my first fight. I kind of want to give this video to you guys off the rip, because I'm really excited. I'm actually really excited. I want to actually eventually go and make a 5 tips of success video to actually beat this guy, and I promise you I'm going to go straight to work on that tonight. But I'm going to live stream to my Twitch account, so I mean, you can check that out if you want to. I'm not really bothered if you don't or not. But I'm gonna stream after this. Then I'm gonna actually give you guys a 5 tips of success video. I will try and get the thing out to you guys within a day or so, because this is a fun quest. Its armor is really good. Speaking of the armor, let's actually talk about that. Hazak's Gamma armor is actually super dope. Okay, the first thing you're gonna notice off the rip is it's just like the Kieran Gamma, where in which you have a particular ability that's actually superseded more of us than the others. This one, following line with Kieran, it actually gives you Dragon Attack 5. Now there are, which piece is it? It's the arms. The arms give you Dragon Attack 3, so that's like your big boost. The other ones will split the other 2 percentages, well, the other 2 dots. So there's that. If you were really wondering what that what the one big skill was, because again, this armor type is the very same as the R armor type back in Generations, where it would be like one particular skill that is like 10 points in for no particular reason whatsoever. Dragon Attack is this thing here, and with this particular trend, it's probably safe to say that when they do more of these, it'll probably be Elemental Attack is this and that or whatever. But if not, then forget what I just said. Regardless, what is still to be said is the fact that there will be one skill more prominent than the others, and it'll probably all be in like one particular piece of armor. So, with that being said, let's look over the skills once more. We're looking at Dragon Attack 5, Recovery Up 3, Recovery Speed 3, and Peak Performance 2. If I'm not mistaken, that's actually a little lower than the standard build, but the cool thing about this that's over the standard build is that you can probably mix these two together, because if you really want to have the best of both worlds, you probably can do that, but I probably wouldn't, simply because the slots that they give you on this armor set is incredible. They give you pretty much a 3 slot in everything, save for this, but you get a 2 and then 2 single slots for your gems. So I mean, the gemming ability is phenomenal. You can practically make anything you want out of this set, and I would recommend it highly. Now you can, like I said, go use the old ones, but firstly what I would do is I would compare the two, see which you get out of either or. So like one thing I'll notice is that the Gamma will give you a Recovery Up 2, and then the Alpha will give you Peak Performance and Dragon Attack. But if you go to the chest, it's literally swapped. Now the chest Gamma is what the head Alpha was, and then vice versa with the chest Alpha versus the the head Alpha Gamma. They literally flip-flop on these two. But then the rest, they kind of follow suit. The Gamma actually has all the Dragon Attack in the arms and nothing else there. When it's the Alpha and the Beta have your Peak Performance and your Recovery Speed. Moving over, we have Recovery Speed, and it just changes, slightly. What you're losing is the Fluvia resistance, so that's only a problem if you're actually fighting Hazak itself. But if not, look at your slots on the Gamma side. So honestly, I would probably recommend rocking Gamma if you want to get a nice mix. If you really want a couple of like skills like Peak Performance to be maxed out or something like that, go for it. If not, just gem it in. But that's what I feel about the armor. The armor is actually very, very good. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite ones out there right now, because the potential it has is incredible. The other armor set that I think probably has the most potential is probably the Lunar armor set, but that was a different video anyway. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I really tell you about the Vaal Hazak. He is literally a Vaal Hazak, save for those things that I told you guys before earlier, but I will run over it again. It has newer properties, not necessarily new attacks, newer properties. Old attacks take on new properties. He himself actually starts way up higher than it's much more north than he normally would actually start. Right where Odogaron would usually hang out, where Vaal would never go, he goes to the area right before that death pit with all the dead and everything. That flat area right there, he starts there. I don't know the number designation, but he starts there, and he'll go all the way back home where he usually does. However, he doesn't sleep on his big mountain of skeletons and bones and grossness. He actually falls asleep right at that acid area when he first walks into the area. He'll sleep right there. So that's something for you actually to look into, or to actually understand. What I actually did was, when fighting him, I used the Vitality Mantle and the Health Booster, so that way I can have as much health and recover as much of it as quick as I can, especially with the health booster. And me being a Lancer, I just basically stood my guard right there underneath the health booster and let him have it, because at that particular point in time, the health booster's health was restoring my health faster than the smoke was actually taking it down. But that's pretty much all I can really tell you guys right now. I'm gonna go fight him some more. I need to make his armor set. You should make his armor set. Expect a much more detailed video soon about the ins and outs of this guy. And with that being said, it's been your boy. Take care.